good evening and welcome. Tonight I have this really cool little atlas to show you. It's an atlas that highlights all of the flags of the world. Thought we'd set this up to do this video while I get ready for your next country. I need like maybe one more day just to finish my research. Almost ready. So, I thought, because you guys liked the brushing video so much, that we'd brush again, but with a smaller brush, because the maps in here can be kind of small, so I don't want to use that giant brush. We're gonna overwhelm some of the countries on the maps, even though they may not be terribly small. They are on the maps. So we get started. Let's do it. It lists some really cool facts about almost every flag in the world. It doesn't touch on all of them. Some facts here about flags, but let's get into the countries. We're starting with North and Central America. And the first country is Belize. It says, early industries of wood cutting and boat building are represented by the tree, axe, and oar. So lots of cool stuff on the flags, it turns out. Canada, second largest country in the world. It's going to be a little rough to brush it all. The red maple leaf is the world's most recognized national symbol. It represents the unity of all citizens. Costa Rica, right here. The crest shows the country's two coasts, mountain ranges, and valley. The beans mark its coffee industry. Did you know that there is a flag with beans on it? Now you do. Whenever you learn some cool fact like that, I want you to leave a like, okay? That's the first cool fact that I learned. There's a country with beans on its flag. El Salvador, which is right here. El Salvador's date of independence circles a sun under a rainbow of peace. The red hat represents liberty. Guatemala, right here. I told you it's a small map. It's a perfect size brush for Guatemala. Above the scroll is Guatemala's national symbol of splendid Quetzal, which symbolizes liberty. There are lots of different birds on flags, it turns out, too, which is really cool. Honduras, right here. Also perfect size for this brush. Honduras. 5 countries of the original Central American Republic are represented by the 5 blue stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mexico. All down here. Mexico. The eagle holding a snake on a cactus represents the legend of how the Aztecs chose a site for Mexico City. Nicaragua. Inside the Triangle of Equality are the volcanoes for the original Central American countries. 5 volcanoes. 5 little volcanoes in the triangle. Panama. Modeled on the flag of the USA, white symbolizes peace, red authority and law, and blue honesty. Red, white, and blue. The USA. There's me right here. USA. The stars represent the 50 states of America. In 1960, Hawaii joined the Union and became the 50th state. Let's not forget Alaska and Hawaii. I'm not going to count all 50 stars. We don't have all night after all. You need to go to sleep. the Caribbean is one of those places in the world where I still don't have every location memorized, so I apologize if it takes me a second to find each country. But first we have Antigua and Barbuda, which is right here, little tiny. The rising sun signified a new era. These two islands became self-governing. Antigua, Barbuda, Cuba. Communist Cuba's flag was based on the American flag. The white star signifies the path to progress. The Dominican Republic, right here. The Bible on the flag above. Yes, the Bible on the flag shows the verse, "And the truth shall set you free." John 8:32. Jamaica. Down here. Jamaica. This is one of only 2 flags in the world not to use white, red, or blue. The colors represent sun, strength, and forests. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, which is, see, I told you, this is the one I bought the best. Oh, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I knew it was in the Lesser Antilles somewhere. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, known as the Jewels of the Caribbean. The diamonds represent a chain of islands. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Barbados. Barbados is right here. Barbados. The trident, a 3-pronged fork, stands for the principles of government of, for, and by the people. Then we have Dominica right here. Dominica. Inside a ring of 10 stars for the parishes of Dominica sits the Cicero parrot that is unique to the island. Lots of birds on maps. Grenada right here. Nutmeg is so important to the island, it's on the flag. The seed sits on green for Grenada's lush vegetation. St. Kitts and Nevis. There. So tiny. The struggle against slavery is signified by the red triangle, sun by the yellow, and hope and liberty by the stars. To St. Kitts and Nevis. Trinidad and Tobago. Down here, Trinidad and Tobago. The red represents the sun and spirit of the people. White, the seas. Black, the land. Look how perfect the brush. Brush the flag. Told you the little one would be good. If you guys ever want a mic brushing video, let me know, because those are one of my favorite. I'm preparing for another sounds video, so come after that, but do let me know. Next we have Northern South America. Northern South America. And first, of course, is Brazil. Big old Brazil. I'll do this hand so you can see a little better. I'm right-handed and I keep putting the camera right so we can get better light, but then I have to use my left hand. Oh well, Brazil. The stars depict the night sky over Rio de Janeiro, Brazil's second largest city. It stands for Brazil's 27 states. Sorry, I was reading the facts. Ecuador. Got caught up in the facts. I was debating if I should read them out to you, but let's just do the flags for now. If you want me to read this book to you, let me know. I'll do it. Ecuador. Atop the crest is an Andean condor, its wings spread to protect the country or to attack an enemy. Ecuador will attack you if provoked, apparently. The condor will attack. Guyana. I love this flag. Guyana. It's up here. Guyana. colors of the golden arrowhead mean spirit, courage, minerals, waters, and forests. Very cool. Suriname, big old star. It's right here. The yellow star signifies the country's unity, its bright future, and the spirit required to achieve progress. And Venezuela. It's a pretty flag. Here's Venezuela. Stars represent the 8 provinces that supported Venezuela's fight for independence from Spain from 1810 to 1823. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, apologies to like Peru and Colombia get left out. They only do a few facts. Next we have Southern South America. South America. Our first flag is for Argentina. Argentina. Known as the Son of May. The face is that of Inti, the Inca god of the sun and patron of the ancient Inca Empire. That's really cool. Argentina. Buenos Aires. Bolivia. The crest shows the country's natural resources, rich land and vegetation, alpacas, and wheat. Chile. The brush Chile like this. White is the snow-capped Andes, blue the sky, red the fight for liberty, and the star, a guide to progress. Paraguay. Right here. Perfect for this brush. Paraguay. Unique among flags, the back of Paraguay's flag is different from the front. It shows a lion for peace and a hat for the law. That's super cool. The flag has 2 sides. Very clever, Paraguay. Now for Uruguay, right there. The 9 white and blue bands represent the original regions of Uruguay and the Son of May. To northern and eastern Africa. These pink countries. Our first country is Burundi. Burundi's right down here. Each star represents an ethnic group: Hutu, Tutsi, and Twa, and the goals of work, unity, progress. 1, 2, 3. Eritrea. Just right here. Eritrea. Eritrea. The colors aren't those of Ethiopia's Liberation Party. The olive branch inside the wreath signifies peace. Kenya. The Maasai shields and spears represent the fight for freedom and the protection of the people in the land. Mauritius. I hope I'm saying that right. That's one of the countries that I'm never sure how to pronounce, but I've always said Mauritius. Okay. I want to make sure you can see Mauritius. Right down here. Islands here. Okay, I think, yeah, you should be able to see it. Yeah, you can see this. You can see it. Okay. Just checking. I didn't want it to be out of frame. Now I got paranoid. Anyway, Mauritius. The red signifies the battle for liberty, blue the Indian Ocean, yellow the light of liberty, and green the land. Tunisia. Just down so you can see Tunisia. Oh, it's right in the crease of the book right there. Good sound though. Tunisia. Right in there. The crescent and star are Islamic symbols for harmony, and the star's points represent the 5 rituals of the faith. I like how it's not pointed straight up like other stars. It's kind of on its side. Little islands. Almost. The four stripes and stars. I'm getting paranoid, you can't see. The four stripes and stars are Comoros' main islands. 1, 2, 3, 4. The green represents the Prophet Muhammad. Ethiopia. Ethiopia. The colors are said to represent the rainbow that appeared after the Great Flood, according to the book of Genesis. It doesn't really look like a rainbow, but it is still very pretty. Malawi. Right here. Malawi. Black, red, and green are the colors of black liberation, and the sun represents the dawn of freedom. Mozambique. Perfect for brushing. Look at this. So relaxing. Mozambique. The only flag to depict a modern weapon, the AK-47. Many want it removed, but the ruling party have refused. And Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe. Soapstone carved bird sculptures were found in a 1,000-year-old ruin. They became the country's symbol. Western Africa. Flags over here. Guess I can. Yep, cool. I can use my right hand. Burkina Faso, right here. Burkina Faso. The yellow star represents the 1983 revolution that instilled a Marxist government in the country. Cape Verde. You can see all these little islands out here. Cape Verde. Blue is the country's Atlantic Ocean coast. The red stripe, the road to progress, and the 10 stars, the 10 islands. 6 stars. Oh, there they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they're in the white. 7, 8, 9, 10. Ghana. Let's brush Ghana. Wait. Right here. Ghana. I always get it confused with Guinea. Ghana. Red is the struggle for independence. Gold, mineral wealth, and green, the rich forests, the star, the lodestar of African freedom. Guinea-Bissau. There's a little one right here. Do you see? Yeah, Guinea-Bissau. The star represents the unity of African peoples, and the red, the sacrifices made for independence. Lots of stars in this region. There. Liberia. It's right here. The 11 signatories of Liberia's Declaration of Independence are celebrated by the 11 red and white stripes. Mauritania. Mauritania is a big country. Big for the region, I suppose. Mauritania. The Islamic star and the crescent represent the Sahara, most of the country's desert or semi-desert. Niger. Niger. The disk of the sun that shines on Niger's land, represented by green, along the fertile Niger River. Sierra Leone. Right here. The green, white, and blue represent the country's natural resources, justice, and Freetown's harbor. The Gambia. Carefully brush it because it's very narrow and small. The Gambia, right there. All along the Gambia River. The Gambia. Red is Gambia's grasslands, blue the Gambia River, green the forests, and white peace. Togo. Just right here. Togo. The white star of hope on a field of red symbolizes the lives lost during Togo's war for independence. What? Central Africa. Okay. I was saying, like, this is a very large region, but they shrunk it down so it's tiny. I need a tiny brush. Starting with Angola. COG represents industrial workers, and machete, the armed fight for the peasants for freedom. Chad. Chad's flag is identical to Romania's, a country in Western Europe. Neither country will give up their flag. That's really cool. I mean, probably not for people of Chad and Romania, but I think it's pretty cool. The Democratic Republic of the Congo. Not to be confused with the Republic of the Congo. This is the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The star, a light in a dark continent, marks liberty. Equatorial Guinea. It's right here. Equatorial Guinea. The coat of arms is a silk cotton tree or god tree under which a treaty was signed by a local ruler in Spain. And the Republic of the Congo. Right here. This is one of 7 African countries to use green, yellow, and red on their flag. Southern Africa. Botswana. Lots of countries make good trigger words, and one of them, I think, is Botswana. Italy, my favorite one, honestly. Listen to this. Italy. Isn't that good? Anyway, Botswana. The black and white stripes are inspired by the national animal, the zebra, and represent harmony between all. Lesotho. Right here. Completely surrounded by South Africa. Lesotho. At the center is a straw Lesotho hat. The hat's conical shape was inspired by Mount Kiwani, Lesotho. I have to look up that. I don't know how to say that. Whenever I find a word I don't know, I always look it up. Next is Namibia. The 12-rayed sun, symbolizing power, sits on a background representing sky, rain, and water. South Africa. Y-shape. South Africa. The Y-shape shows different races coming together in unity and harmony in a post-apartheid South Africa. And Swaziland, which is now Eswatini. The shield, spears, and staff represent protection, both white and black. Speaks of unity between races. Apparently, they changed their name from Swaziland because it sounds too much like Switzerland. Okay, moving on to Northern Europe and Russia. We have Denmark. Here's Denmark, right here. The Denmark is the world's oldest flag. During a battle in 1219, the flag is said to have fallen from the sky. Okay. That's something else to look up. Sounds really interesting. Estonia, right here. Estonia. Blue is the skies and waters, black the fertile soil, and white the winter snow. The Finland, down here. Finland. Push all those links. The blue Scandinavian cross stands for the country's lakes. The white as the snow that covers the land. This page, it's a lot of crosses, isn't it? Lots of crosses, straight lines. No birds. Iceland. Over here, Iceland. The flag describes the landscape. Blue, the Atlantic Ocean. Red, volcanoes. And white, snow and ice. Ireland. Here. Ireland. The orange represents Ireland's Protestants, green the Catholics, and white the truce between them. Latvia. Latvia. That could be another trigger word. Latvia. 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 Oh well. Not as good as Italy. The red is the blood of wounded Latvian leader, and the white, the cloth used to wrap his wounds. Wow. Lithuania, right here. Lithuania. The yellow represents the fields of wheat, green the forests, and red, patriotism and the courage of the people. Russia. How am I supposed to? This whole big old country. Russia. The Russian Federation. White is nobility, blue loyalty and honesty, and red courage, generosity, and love. Oh. You don't hear about love a lot on these flags, do you? It's like war and freedom, things like that. Love is just as powerful. Sweden. Oh, Sweden down here. Sweden. The cross echoes the legend that Eric the Holy, a 12th century king, saw a golden cross in the sky. That's cool. The United Kingdom. Oh, down here. And here. This flag combined the crosses of England, St. George, Scotland, St. Andrew, and Ireland, St. Patrick. So here's what I'm talking about. This region is big, but tiny little map. Austria. Austria. In 1191, an Austrian duke undid the belt of his bloodied battle uniform. The stripes on the flag symbolize this. Belgium. There. It's hard to see the borders. This orange is not very good. Belgium. The flag echoes the country's crest. Black for the shield, gold the lion, and red the lion's claws and tongue. Germany. Just almost Belgium sideways, almost. Almost. Germany. Germany. The colors repeat the German soldier's uniform of the 1800s. Black coats, red braids, and golden buttons. Liechtenstein is very teeny tiny. Itty bitty. Can you see? It's so small. I've zoomed way far out. I don't know if you can see it. Oh well. It's right here. The crown represents the tiny country's unity under its monarch, but the real crown was lost or stolen in 1781. And Switzerland. Right here. Switzerland. The white cross on red became the red cross on white of the Red Cross, which has what's found. It's confusing. It's the cross of the Red Cross. Eastern Europe. We have Belarus here. Belarus. The decorative pattern is a traditional embroidery that is found on peasant shirts and blouses. Czechia, Czech Republic, right here. Republic is also a good trigger word. Republic, derived from the Bohemian coat of arms. The flag colors symbolize peace, truth, and courage. Moldova. There. Moldova. The eagle holds an Orthodox cross in its beak, and an auroch, an extinct European ox, appears on the shield. Slovakia. Slovakia. Below the double cross are 3 symbolic peaks. Matra, Fatra, and Tatra. Matra lies inside Hungary. Ukraine. Once the colors of a coat of arms, the blue and yellow now represent skies over fields of golden wheat. Southern Europe. It's going to be a long video. Oh well. Albania. Didn't realize it would take this long to do all the countries. Albania. Known as the land of the eagle, the double-headed eagle is the emblem of the national hero, Skanderbeg. Bosnia and Herzegovina. The triangle stands for the 3 peoples of Bosnia: Bosniaks, Serbs, and Croats. And the star is Europe. Greece. This here, Greece. The stripes represent the symbols in the Greek battle cry: freedom or death. I'm not going to try to say that. I don't want to embarrass myself. I don't know Greek very well. Macedonia, which is now North Macedonia, right here. The 8-rayed Sun of Liberty is a stylized version of an ancient symbol found on many Macedonian artifacts. Malta, another tiny one. It's right here. Malta. The George Cross celebrates the award given by King George VI to honor the bravery of the Maltese. Montenegro. Man, this orange really does this map no favors, does it? You see Montenegro right there. The double-headed eagle, the unity of church and state, is protected by the Lion of Judah, Christ. It's neat. That big old bird. Portugal. Way over here, Portugal. Golden Sphere navigation device honors Portugal's explorers of the 1400s and their discoveries. Now my cat's awake. Now there's cars. Anyway, moving on. Slovenia. Man, this coloring is terrible. You see it up there, Slovenia? How they all blend into each other here. Stars represent the noble family, the peaks, Julian Alps, and the blue lines, access to the sea. Spain. All of Spain here. And here too, but Spain. The words on the red bands mean more beyond and mark Columbus's claiming of America for Spain. And Vatican City, which is right there. The silver key is the Pope's authority. The golden key is faith, and together they are the keys to heaven. Southwest Asia. First we have Cyprus right here. Cyprus is one of 2 flags that depict the land area. The olive branches represent peace and harmony. Iran. Iran. The symbol is stylized depiction of the word Allah, or God, and there is no God but Allah. Right here. Israel. The Star of David is a symbol of Judaism. And the colors are those of the Jewish prayer shawl called a talit. And right next door, Lebanon, right here. Cedar stands for endurance. Cedar forests, once common in Lebanon, are now being regenerated. Qatar, right here. The 9-pointed stripe represents Qatar as the 9th Arab state to join the treaty from the 1800s with Britain. Georgia. Georgia. The 4 Bolnisi crosses are a national symbol inspired by those in a Georgian church from the 400s. Wow. Iraq. Inspired by a poem, red is the willingness to shed blood, green fields, black battles, and white purity. Jordan. The star's 7 points represent the 7 verses said in prayer, and the second of the 5 pillars of Islam. Oman. The short curved dagger, the kanjar, is a national symbol and is worn by men on ceremonial occasions. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia. The text is the Muslim oath of faith. There is no God but Allah. The sword is that of the house of Saud. Moving along. Central Asia. Look how small they shrunk this down. Afghanistan. The symbol is of a mosque with the arch-topped niche, the mihrab facing Mecca, Islam's holiest site. Kazakhstan. The blue symbolizes Tengri, god of the sky, and the golden steppe equals the country's bright future. Kyrgyzstan. Right here. A yurt, a home used by nomads, is circled by a sun with 40 rays. Each ray represents the Kyrgyzstan tribe. Wow. Turkmenistan. Five carpet designs appear on the decorative border. Turkmen carpets are a major industry. Uzbekistan. The new moon is a symbol for Islam and for the birth of a nation. The stars represent the months of the year. South Asia. We have Bhutan here. Known as the land of the thunder dragon. The dragon clutching jewels for wealth is a national symbol. India. This flag by law has to be made of khadi, a hand-spun cloth that was made popular by Mahatma Gandhi. Nepal. I love this flag. Nepal. Unique in its shape, 2 joined triangles. The symbols signify that Nepal will last as long as the sun and the moon. Pakistan. The white stripe represents the minority religions, green the majority Islam religion, and the star, light. I like that. Sri Lanka, right here. The lion and sword represent authority, green the Muslim religion, and orange the Buddhist religion. 2 flags with different religions represented on them. That's really cool. East Asia. We have China. Let's brush all of China. China. 5, as in the 5 stars, is a lucky number. Many things in Chinese culture come in fives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Japan. Known as the land of the rising sun, the red circle signifies the sun rising in the east over Japan's 6,852 islands. Mongolia. The soyombo is the national symbol. Its meanings include growth, endurance, harmony, and strength. North Korea. The red star stands for communism and patriotic spirit. The white circle is a symbol of the universe. South Korea. The yin-yang symbol, meaning unity, sits inside characters, meaning heaven, fire, water, and earth. Southeast Asia. Brunei, which is right there. So small. Brunei. The crest's umbrella symbolizes monarchy, hands protection, wings peace, and a new moon Islam. Cambodia. Up here. Angkor Wat Temple is home to Cambodia's Hindu and Buddhist religions. It is the only flag to allow or to show a building. Indonesia. What's the brush over here? Indonesia. Just click this. Indonesia. Known as the sacred red and white, red is for courage and physical life, white for purity and spiritual life. White like that. Laos. The white disc on blue is the moon shining on the Mekong River, the longest river in Southeast Asia. It's pretty. Malaysia. Right here and here. Malaysia. The Islamic crescent cradles a star that stands for the unity of the 13 states and the federal government. Myanmar. Yellow is solidarity, green peace, and red courage. Stars the country's unity. Philippines. All these islands. The Philippines. When the blue stripe is uppermost, it is a peacetime flag. During war, the red stripe is uppermost. Oh, that's interesting. Very clever. Singapore. There, Singapore, so tiny. The 5 stars represent Singapore's ideals: democracy, peace, progress, justice, and equality. Thailand. The red is the blood of life. White, the purity of the main religion, Buddhism, and blue, the ruling monarchy. Timor-Leste. I think that's how you say it. I've always said East Timor. I need to read up about it, but it's over here. East Timor, Timor-Leste. The black triangle refers to the country's recent violent history, and the white star is its desire for peace. I think this is the last page over here. Australia, New Zealand, and Pacific Islands. We have Fiji right here. It's going to be a little complicated to paint these tiny islands, isn't it? The crest has the British lion holding a cocoa pod, a palm tree, sugarcane, bananas, and a dove of peace. Kiribati. Frigate bird flying over the Pacific Ocean signifies strength. Each sun ray represents represents one of Kiribatis's 17 islands. The Marshall Islands. There. Marshall Islands. The orange and white rays are the group's parallel island chains. Ratak and Ralik, sunrise and sunset. Nauru, which is there. Nauru sits on the equator, the yellow line, in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, the blue background. Papua New Guinea over here. Papua New Guinea. The stars are the Southern Cross and the Bird of Paradise, a local tribal symbol. Samoa. It's right there. Samoa. The Southern Cross, a constellation visible only in the southern hemisphere, is shown by 5 white stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Solomon Islands, right here. Solomon Islands. Here the stars are the 5 islands of this group. Blue the ocean, and yellow the sun that bathes the country. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tonga. Tonga. The red cross symbolizes the Christian faith, the Tongans, and Christ's blood and sacrifice. Tuvalu. Not 100% where Tuvalu is actually. Oh, it's right here, right in the middle. Tuvalu. The Union Jack marks the country's link with Great Britain, and the stars represent Tuvalu's 9 islands. And Vanuatu, which is... oh, I lost Vanuatu. Oh, right there. Vanuatu. The Y mimics the shape of the island. The island chain. The pig's tusk, wealth, and Nameli leaves peace.